that. And also, have you completed that lab activity? If not, try to complete it. Okay, because today is day 9 and we will be giving you that is today we will be starting with your that is how what is mean by database. Everything will be doing with that. Yes, today we will be discussing about the database, and then we will be doing with how to connect the database with Python. Then we will be start doing with the project, right? So that will be for the forthcoming classes. So by the next day, that is next session, you will be asked for the project, that is the topics for the project. So before that, you be clear with what are the projects you're going to do using your Flask, and parallelly we also will give you provide you certain titles regarding the projects. You can choose from that, or else you can also have your own choice also. Okay, then. Yes, kindly finish off with that lab activity and also that LMS videos, right? So yes, so till last class we have completed till the file handling concept. Okay, now today we will be discussing with the database concept. That is what is mean by database and how it is useful here. Okay, so what is the purpose of database? What is mean by database? Anybody, what is the use of database? Why we go for database? Why we go for database management system? Or what is mean by database? Yes. What is the use of learning database? No idea?
Basically, database is an organized way of storing the data,
Yes.
electron, right? So you can store the data electronically, and it is hosted in an.
I can't hear you, Krishnan. Voice is breaking, Krishnan. Your voice is breaking.
I'm back from office to home, so in between I just stopped and I just thought I
Yes.
will answer. It is not helping. So what I was trying to tell is, hello, able to hear?
Yes, now it is clear. Now it is clear. Tell me.
So, a database is nothing but an organized collection of data stored and accessed electronically. So, if
Yes.
you have to access the data again and again, then you need a database. And
Yes.
it is hosted on a computer clusters or on a cloud, basically on a cloud storage.
Yes, correct, Krishna. So, database actually, why we go for databases? Basically, it is an used for retrieval of data. That is where we will be doing organizing the data, and also will be storing certain datas, and then we will be retrieving that for our future reference. Okay, so that is the purpose of database basically. So here, what are all the things you can do with databases? We can able to create, we can able to insert the record into the, that is, we can able to create the table or whatever format you want. Then you can able to insert the data, updating, retrieval, removal, deletion, everything is possible in your database management system. Okay, so before we go with that, we can have introduction with what is database management system, or what is mean by data, how that is we can see the difference between data, database, and what is mean by informations. Okay, so that we can do. Okay, so first of all, we are discussing now is with database concept, right? Database management system, right? So first thing what we required here is we must know what is mean by a data, right? What is mean by a data? The data represents a raw facts, or the we can even say raw facts that are recorded, that we can call it as a data generally. Okay, so here the data is nothing but a raw facts. Okay, raw facts or called as your data. Raw facts that are recorded, we will be calling that as your data. Say for an example, if the government is providing certain funds, for example, government is providing medical kit for the senior citizen people. Okay, for the senior citizen in Kerala or Kozhikode or in Anna Nagar, okay, like that. What does the government will take first is it will take the population count, right? How many of them are living there, right? Say for an example, if you are taking in Anna Nagar, 1 lakh members are living in Anna Nagar. Okay, so this is called as data, raw facts. Okay, that is the government is taking the population count of that Anna Nagar. Okay, so from there you will be getting we will be getting the idea of 1 lakh peoples are surviving in that place. Okay, so that is your raw facts. From this raw facts, I want to collect the details of the senior citizen, right? So for that, what we will be doing, the government will do a survey, right? They will be have a survey in order to check how many members are there, or exact count of the senior citizen, right? So that is called as information. Okay, so from that we can able to gain, that is from that survey we can able to find out how many men's are there, how many women's are there, how many kids are there, or how many senior citizens are there. Okay, so based upon that count, we can able to allocate the budget, and the government will provide the kit according to that. Okay, so informations are nothing but processed data. Okay, processed one, we will be calling it as an information. Okay, here what processing has been taken place, that is the survey. Okay, the survey which has been taken, okay, by the government is called as processed data. Based upon that survey only, we can able to identify how many of them, that is nearly 30,000 to 40,000 of them are senior citizen. Okay, so that is called as your information. Clear? So data here represents the raw facts. Raw facts means where we are getting the total count. Okay, the total count of Ananagar. Okay, but we want the exact count of how many of them are senior citizen. Okay, then we are doing a survey in order to get that one. Okay, so that is called as your processed data. Okay, the next one is about database. Database. So here the database represents collection of similar. Okay, it will represents the collection of similar and related records. Okay, collection of similar and related records, or called as database. Okay, so that will be stored in your database. Okay, generally the data type, okay, or what type of data can be stored into the database. Okay, the database can store any data type. It can be of an image, or it can be of a video, or it can be of an audio, or it can be of an text, even any database. Okay, any data, that is any data type, it can be stored. So say for an example, if you take data like say you can take data and then the database. Okay, so database, what type of data can be stored. So here example, if you take the real-time example, like if you are storing the video data, okay, then the real-time example of the database is YouTube, is an example for it. Okay, so maximum members, we will visit YouTube for the video content only. Okay, so YouTube is also storing the video content data into the database. Okay, the next one is about if you take images. Okay, then the example for it is, we can take Insta has your example for it. Okay, and similarly when you take audio, then we can even take Spotify as an example for it. Okay, so these are all certain real-time example. Okay, so here first what we have done is, what is mean by data, then what is mean by information, what is mean by database. So data is a raw facts, information means processed data is called as information, and database here represents the collection of similar and related records is called as database. Okay, so what type of data we can store into it? We can store any type of data. Okay, example we have seen over here. Okay, then here before we go with the database connectivity, that is, we must know the web architecture, or else you can even say as client server architecture. Okay, so here client server architecture. So here that is yes. So who are going to post the request, okay, to the so there is browser, and we are getting the information, right? They are called as client. Okay, so client here represents the person who are posting the request. Okay, they are called as client, and server are the one who are going to respond or reply for the request, or called as server. Okay, so here the client are the person for all posting the request, and server will be responding for the request, is called as the server. Okay, so those were all so client will post the request and server will reply for the request. Okay, so this is your client server architecture. So here the client means the user. Okay, the users are called as client. So the client will post the request in form of a URL. Okay, we are going to post the request in form of an URL. So if I'm going to search for any website, or if I'm going to search for anything, we will be giving www.lnt.com. Okay, okay, so like that we will be giving in that URL, and server will reply the response in form of an HTTP code only. Okay, suppose if whatever request we are going to post, it is available in the server, it will fetch that information and gives you the answer. Okay, that is gives you the requested page. Okay, if it is not there, then it will generate the error code. Okay, you have seen many times like page not found error. That is, for that you will be getting 404 error. Okay, so that is the thing. That is, client will be posting the request in form of URL, and server will be responding for the request in form of an HTTP code. Okay, and one more thing, that is, while the client posting the request, it will post the request in form of two methods. One is by using get, and another one is by using get method, or another one is by giving the post method. Okay, so when we are going to post the request in form of a get, it is necessary to give, that is, we will be giving the query alone. Okay, we will be requesting, we will be giving the request alone. But when we will be using the post method, then it will be given in form of a it will be given in form of a request, as well as some data has to be given. So here, if you take, that is, here if I'm going to like, just a minute. Here if I'm going to do with then, or else if I'm going to do check with Python study materials. Okay, else simply if I'm giving like this, it is. Okay, you will be getting this page. Okay, so this is your URL. Okay, client is posting the request from that server, L&T server. It is fetching the information, that is, or fetching that web page, and it is posting you the answer. Okay, giving you the answer. Okay, suppose here if I'm going to give like contacts. Okay, so here we are getting the answer like reach out to us, like whatever there it will gives you. Suppose if here I'm giving just like, see here we are getting 404 error. Okay, and also you will be getting an error message like you cannot able to find the request which you have find out, which you have been requested from the server. Okay, so this, like this only, the request will be posted through the client, and the server will be responding for the request. Okay, and one more thing, that is, if I'm going to give like Python materials or Python like Python data structures, if I'm giving, so whatever here you have requested is a generic information. So in this URL, you will be getting the thing which you have requested for. Okay, that is, here you will be getting Python and data structure, everything you will be getting over here. Okay, so that is the thing where we have been used here. It has been used get method. Okay, in this request it has been used the get method. But if you're going for any confidential messages, like login page, okay, in such cases you will not be getting that here. Okay, where you have been used the post method. Okay, so that is the thing, that is, wherever we will be that is, if the information which we are going to request is generic, then we can use the get method. Or if you have to give the request in a more secured thing, then you can be using with the post method. Okay, so this you will be seeing in the forthcoming classes in detail about get and post using postman. Okay, so this is your client server architecture. So here in this client side, we will be writing with that is the coding or the program, which, that is, the languages which has been used for your client side will be HTML or CSS and JavaScript. Okay, so the clients are nothing but where we will be using the users, or called as your clients, right? So here we will be giving HTML, we will be using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, okay, in the client side. That is, clients are called as or clients or users who can able to see the user interface. That is the front end, that is which is used for creating the front end. So front end can be created by using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here the HTML is hypertext markup language, which is used for creating the structure of the web page, whereas CSS is cascading style sheet, which is used for giving stylish to the web page. And by using the JavaScript, we can make the web page more interactive. Okay, so front end can be developed by using these languages. Same wise, when you're going to do with your server side, will be using with Python or else PHP we will be using, or Java. Okay, we can use any of the language at your server side. Okay, so now when we have created this front end, say for an example where your front end has a form which is requesting for name and mobile number. Okay, in your, if you are going for any enquiry like for any Python course or any Django course and all, if you are inquiring for any particular a government institute or any private institute, they will be having a form created for that institute in which you will be giving your name and mobile number. Okay, so the data, what does the data will be happening over here is the data will be given over here. Okay. Here data which you have given will be gone through the Python codes, and from there it is going to your database. Okay, it is going to your database, that is your DBMS, right? So through your form, okay, the data is collected, and through the code, that is through your programming language, it is Python or any language, it is going to your database. Okay, so how we are going to do that? Okay, so that is the thing we are going to discuss for the forthcoming classes. And in this, that is, we are going to give the details through the front end, how we are using that inside the Python, and through the Python how the data is reaching to the database. Okay, what are all the things we are going to do? So for this only we are discussing about the database. Okay. Okay, so for that only we will be discussing with the database management system now. Okay, so what we will be discussing for today is about database management system. So here first initially we have done with certain introduction about what is mean by data, what is mean by information, and what is mean by database management system. And then we have done with client server architecture, what does or who are called as client and who are called as server. Client or the person posting the request or called as client, and server is the one who is responding for the request, is called as server. Client will post the request in form of URL, and server will respond for it in form of an HTTP code, right? And then that is how it is actually taken place, or where we are going to discuss about the database. That is, in front end we will be creating the form, and through the form the data will be given, and the data will be given to the through the Python code. How through the Python code the data is received to the backend. That is how the front end and back end is connected through Python, via Python. Okay, so that is the thing we will be discussing. Already we have completed with Python, and now we will be discussing with this database management system. Okay, now we are going into this topic only. Clear? This is the overview of the class. Okay, of today's class. Now, yes. So here, first thing will be about database management system. What is the learning objective of this? So by learning this database management system, we can able to understand the fundamental concept of database systems, and also we can able to understand certain fundamental details of ER model, that is entity relationship model. Okay, database design concept of entity relation model. Then also about generic thing about the normalization concept also. Okay, the introduction part contains about what is meant by DBMS, the difference between data, database, and database management system, and how database management system differs from relational database management system, and what are the types of database management system available, and how to use database management system. Okay, first thing is about database management system. Okay, so database management system provides the user and programmer a systematic way to create, retrieve, update, and manage database. Okay, so that is the use of your database management system, in which it will organize the data and provide a way for data to be modified or to be extracted by the user or by the other programs. Right? So that is your database management system. So here comes with the points which we have done already. What is mean by data? Collection of related facts, or called as data, and information means which is the processed data. We will be calling it as an information. Database, where it is an organized collection of related data stored as multiple data sets, that we will be calling it as a database. Database management system is a software tool that enables user to manage a database easily. That is your database management system. Okay, now we'll be discussing how it differs from relational database management system. First of all, DBMS is nothing but full form is Database Management System. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. Right. So here, these are the parameters or criteria we have measured, or the difference we have done with the DBMS and RDBMS. So here in data storage, normal, that is traditional database management system will follow the navigational model, whereas in relational database management system, it is relational model. Relational model means here it will be using tables. Okay, tables for storing the data and for retrieval also. Okay, we will be using tables for it. Then data redundancy is present, exists. Data redundancy exhibits here, and here in RDBMS it is not present. That is, you don't have redundancy, data redundancy, because you will be using the normalization concept here. So normalization concept, by using the normalization concept, we can able to eliminate the data redundancy, and also we can able to enhance the data integrity in the table. Okay, so normalization concept is not used in traditional database system, whereas in relational database system we'll be using the normalization concept. Then you have data access, transaction management. Okay, so data access in traditional database management system, it is consuming more time, whereas in relational database management system, it is faster compared to the traditional database management system. Transaction management is inefficient, whereas in RDBMS it is efficient. Okay, so then you will be using distributed DB is not supported in DBMS, and it is supported in relational database management system, and example for DBMS and RDBMS. So DBase, FoxPro are the example of traditional database management system, whereas for RDBMS we will be having SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL and SQLite. Okay, so this is the major difference between database management system and relational database management system. Okay, then so this is the database management system architecture, where you will be having the end users, and that is the external level and conceptual level and the internal level. So here that is internal, that is here you will be having these three levels. One is internal, conceptual and external level. Okay, so where it has been from the database, it has been connected to the internal schema and then the conceptual schema, and from there the end users are the clients. Okay, it will be connected to the end users. Okay, so we'll be discussing in this info coming slides, and this is the core rules. Based upon the core rules only the relational database management system resides, where you will be having 0 to 12 rules over here. First one is about foundation rule, next is information rule, guaranteed access rule, then semantic treatment of null values, then active, dynamic or online catalog based relational model. Then you have comprehensive data and view updating rule, relational level operation rule. Okay, so these are all certain rules, core rules you have, and depending upon this only your relational database management system goes on. Advantages of relational database management system is, first one is better data transferring, then security is more, then data integration is also better compared to the traditional database, then minimize data inconsistency, and it is faster, you have a faster data access over here. Okay, then you will be having with like ER model, so entity relationship model. So those part and all very theoretical, so we can even have a quick that is a quick overview of what is that, and then we can go with the main important concept called as constraints and keys. Okay, so here you have ER model, so we will be having like this, there is types of attributes, mapping cardinalities, types of relationship, and ER mapping, enhanced entity relationship model. Okay, so these are all the thing, that is ER model, where you will be having entity and the relationship, that is how each and every table get related with one another. Okay, so that has been given in a pictorial representation using your ER model. Okay, then keys, you will be having primary key. Okay, so the major keys, okay, is here yes, that is keys, or yes, constraints. We can go with constraints. Okay, so here you will be having certain constraints in DBMS. First one is about uh, not null constraint, and next is unique constraint. Okay, and third one is primary key constraint. Next is about primary key constraint, about foreign key constraint. Fifth one is check constraint. And next is default constraint. Okay, so when we are entering, okay, when we are entering the record into the table, sometimes there is a chance of entering the null values. Okay, there is a chance of entering the null values into the table. Okay, in order to avoid entering the null values, we will be using the not null constraint. If we create not null constraint for a particular field, then that field will not accept null values at all. Okay, so before going with these in detail, we will see the technical terms used in the DBMS. That is technical terms like terms of DBMS. Like you will be having here, we have certain technical terms like relation, that is tables. Okay, tables are called as relation over here. We will be calling table as relations. Then schema. Schema is nothing but it is called as structures. Structure, we will be calling it as schema. Then you will be having with rows. Rows are called as tuples. Then columns are called as fields. Okay. Then we'll be having name of the columns. Okay. Name of the column is called as attribute. Okay. Number of columns is called as degree. Okay, these are the technical terms. Tables will be called as relation. Schema will be called as structure. Structure is called as schema over here. Okay, and I have just a minute. Okay, so here we'll be having with not null constraint. So not null constraint, what does the not null constraint will do is, if we create a table and if we create a field in that has not null, then that field will not allow a null value. Okay, so that is about not null constraint. Okay, it will not allow, okay, will not allow null values. Okay, it will not allow null values. Then what about unique constraint? What is mean by unique constraint? What is mean by unique? What is mean by unique? What is mean by unique? It will not allow duplicates, or else unique means that is you will be that is each and everybody have the unique behavior, right, or unique way of character. Okay, so that like that, unique means you don't have any duplication. Okay, it will not have the duplicate, or it will not allow the duplicate values. Okay, it will not allow duplicates. Okay, it will not allow duplicates. Okay, now what about primary key? What does the primary key will do? Primary key will also not allow the duplicate values. Now tell me, unique key, that is unique constraint, is also not allowing the duplicate values. Primary key is also not allowing the duplicate values. But what is the difference between unique and primary key? What is the difference? Both are not allowing the duplicates. Then why should we have unique separately and primary key separately? Yes, because unique will not allow duplicates value, but it will allow null values. It will allow null values here. Okay, it will allow null values. It will allow null values. Same wise, not null will not allow null values, but will allow duplicates. Okay, but it will allow duplicate values. Okay, so that is the thing. Here, if we take primary key constraint, okay, so what does the primary key constraint will do is it will not allow duplicate values as well as it will not allow null values also. Okay, it will not allow duplicates as well as it will not allow null values. Say for an example, if you are going to create a student database table, okay, in which you will be having separate registered number for you guys, right? So in that, that is a student will have the registered number, that is a single student will have the one will be there, means in place of register number 1, Krishnan will be there. In place of register number 2, it will be having like what? Sri Ranjani. Okay, same wise in the same table, in place of 1, if I'm having Mohan, then you will be getting confused when you're trying to retrieve the detail of student ID 1. Correct? Because both the student will have the same registered number and we will not know at the time of retrieval, we will not know who is the correct person. Okay, so for that reason only we are creating the registered number or the employee ID has a primary key. Okay, will not allow duplicate values as well as it will not allow null values also. Okay, if you're taking any kind of government universities like Anna University or MIT and all, if any student got registered for the particular course like engineering, computer science, that is B engineering. Okay, so for each and every student will have the unique registered number. Even if the student got dropped out also, that registered number is allocated for that student only. Okay, it cannot be replaced by another student. Okay, that is the reason we will be creating the registered number as primary key. Primary key means it will not allow the duplicate value as well as it will not allow the null values also. The next one is foreign key. So what is mean by foreign key? Yes, referential. Okay, referential key. Okay, which is or referring to another table. Okay, so foreign key means it will act like a referential key, okay, or it is referring to another table. Okay, if I want to create a table which in which I want to refer the previous table, then I can use the foreign key concept. Okay, so here if I'm going to create a table called as course. Okay, and if I'm going to create another one more table called as result, okay, then that result table in which I want to refer, I want to create the field course ID has a referential key, which means that course ID should be there in your parent table, that is your course table. Okay, so all those things we will be discussing in detail when we go for the execution part. I'm just telling you the overview on what are the constraints, what are the data types, everything present over here. Okay, so that is the thing. So you will be creating one table, and from that table you are referring to another table. Okay, then that is called as your foreign key constraint. Then next one you have is check constraint. Check constraint. Check constraint, what does the check constraint will do is, we will be creating the check constraint for a field, then it will check the condition and allow the person according to that only. Say for an example, if you are going to enter the employee details, okay, if we are going to enter the employee details into the database or into the table, okay, into the table, I am going to fix the condition that insert the record who is getting salary greater than 10K. Then that salary, that person only will be allowed inside the table. Who's getting less than 10K will not be allowed to enter into the table. Okay, or else if you take this voting and all. Okay, if I am going to fix the check constraint for age, okay, age greater than 18, then the person who are all greater than 18, okay, the person for all greater than age 18, that person only will be allowed into the table, okay, or allowed for the outing. Okay, so that is your check constraint. If I'm going to fix check constraint for a field, it will check for the condition and it will be uh, executing, and that is, it will check for the condition and then only it will be allowed to insert into the table. Okay, then next one is default constraint. Default constraint where it is going to fix the default value for the particular column. Then that is called as your default constraint. Okay, in constraints we will be having with 6 types of constraint. One is not null constraint, another one is unique constraint, and third one is about primary key constraint, and fourth is foreign key constraint, check constraint, and default constraint. Okay, so clear till this? Any doubt? As of now, we have done with introduction, that is database introduction about database, what is data, database management system information, what is client server architecture. Okay, only these things we have done, and then we have done with constraint part. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt in this? Shall we go for the next topic? Yeah, right. Then next will be, this is the introduction part which we have done as of now, is introduction, and next will be with SQL. First, the learning objective is to understand the concepts of database objects, then how to apply basic DDL, DML, TCL, DCL comments. Okay, using SQL, and how to apply SQL comments for data retrieval. Okay, so that is the thing we will be discussing for today's thing, that is in this slide. And database objects. So database objects are like tables, views, index, sequence. Then we'll be having procedures, stored procedures, functions, and triggers. Okay, so just a minute. Yes. So these are all the database object we have here. And the next one we'll be having with the database languages. Okay, so DDL. So DDL here refers to as, that is data definition language. Okay, so data definition language is called as DDL, in which the four commands will be done. That is, we have to create the table, how to alter the table, and drop the table, and truncate. Okay, so these are the four comments will be used in DDL. That is, DDL means data definition language, where we will be creating the table. That is entire structure, how to create a table, what should be the structure, how many columns are required, and what are all the column names, okay, and what are all the constraint I'm going to fix. Okay, everything is done in this DDL only. Okay, we will be creating the table according to the table name along with the field name, and also we will be giving the data type for it, okay, and constraints. Okay, so like this we will be creating a table. Once after creating a table, if I want any column to be added, okay, once after creating the entire structure of the table, if I want to add anything into the table, okay, any field into the table, then how can I add? In such case, I have to go with the alter command. I can use alter command in order to alter the table. Okay, we can alter the table based upon the alter command, right? Then you can add the table at the end, or at the between also, in between also you can able to add it. Okay, that is by using alter command you can able to add the field at the end, or in between also you can able to add it. Similarly, drop. Drop is used for, if I'm going to give drop command, then entire that is entire table will get deleted. Okay, it will get that is both table structure as well as the data or record inside the table will get deleted. Okay, then truncate. Okay, using truncate. Okay, using truncate, the data inside the table will get deleted, but the structure of the table remains same. Okay, so that is the use of the truncate command. Then we'll be having with DML command. Okay, clear with this DDL command? So DDL, where we are going to create the structure of the table. While we are creating the structure of the table itself, we can able to add the data type as well as constraint. Suppose if I am not adding the constraint, okay, I forgot to add the constraint, or I forgot to add, or I have created the data type, that is instead of varchar I have created int, I want to change it, then that can also be possible. Everything is possible by using alter command. You can use alter command and you can alter the table structure, as well as you can able to add the constraint into the table. Okay, and also you can able to change the data type of the table. Okay, so everything can be done by using alter command. Okay, the next you have is about drop command. By using drop, you can able to drop or delete. That is not delete, actually drop means which we, if I give drop table name, then it will drop the entire table, okay, along with the structure. But when I'm giving truncate, it will drop the record alone. That is whatever data or record you have inserted into the table will get deleted, but the structure of the table remains same. Okay, next is about DML. In DML, we'll be having with insert, update, and delete. Okay, so by using DML, that is DML is actually data manipulation language. Okay, so in your DML, we can able to insert the record. Okay, once after creating the table structure, we have created the table structure now. Now we want to insert the data or insert the record into the table. Then how it is possible? It is possible by using insert command. We can use insert command and we can able to insert the record into it. Okay, then we have update. Okay, if the inserted record, if I want to do any update in the inserted record, then I can able to do that by using the update command. Okay, then last you have is delete command. By using delete, I can able to delete a particular record alone. That is, drop is used for deleting the entire table, dropping the entire table. Truncate is used for deleting the particular, that is, if I give truncate, right? If I give truncate, it will delete the record from the table, but the structure remains same. But if I give delete, I can able to delete the record which is required. One by one, I can delete it. Okay. The next one is about grant and revoke command, which is your DCL command, data control language. Okay, so data control language where we will be using grant and revoke for granting the permission, and for revoking the permission we'll be using the grant and revoke command. And similarly we'll be having with TCL command. Okay, that is transaction control language. Once after doing with all these, like creating the table, insertion of records, updation, everything, I want to save that. Then I can give commit and save the records. Whatever you have done so far can be saved in DBMS by using, that is in SQL, by using commit. You can give commit and save your document. Then next is rollback. Rollback is used for just like it is undo. Okay, rollback from this particular point to this particular point. Okay, if I give, then, or else if I give rollback to R1, okay, then it will roll back, that is it will do just like your undo, which we have done in our Word document, right? Same like, once after commit, if I want to roll back it again, then by using rollback command, I can able to roll back it. Save point is similarly that. Save point is similar to that. Save point means I'm not going to save the entire thing. I'm going to save from this particular point to, from A to C. I have to save from this particular point to this particular point. One end, that is range. In this range, I want to save save the content whichever I have done. Then I can use save point. Okay. This is about TCL, that is transaction control language. Next is DQL, that is data query language, where I want to retrieve the records. Once after creation of record, I want to retrieve it. How can I retrieve it? By using select command, you can able to retrieve it. Okay. Now we'll see with this. So here, is that visible? Visible? Yes. Okay. So here I'll be creating a table. Okay. So general syntax. Okay. General syntax for creating a table is, will be giving. First thing we'll be discussing with DDL, right? We are discussing with DDL. That is data definition language. Data definition language, which is used for what which is used for creating the structure of the table. And also once after creating the table, I want to do any kind of alteration, like I want to add a particular field into the table, or I want to add a constraint into the table, then I can use alter. That is, both table creation as well as alteration of table is possible by using data definition language. Okay, so in which the first command we have over here is create, right? What is the general syntax of it? So the general syntax is, we'll be having with create table. So create and table both are keywords, and here you have to give the table name. We'll be giving with table name. Okay. Then after giving the table name, I will have to give the column. How many columns I want to create for that table, that has to be given. So you can give column name, okay, column name and the data type. It can be of anything, okay. It can be of integer data type, or it can be of varchar. If I want to give register number, then I can give integer. If I want to give name or string format or combination of alphanumeric, then I can give varchar. If I want to give or get the higher date as my input, then I can give date as my data type. Okay, so anything. Then comes with your constraints. Okay, once after that I can give constraint. Constraint can be of anything. I have told you, right? That is primary key or not null constraint or unique constraint or foreign key or check constraint. Any constraint you can give. So here I have given for column name 1. Similarly, you can give it for column name 2. Second column also you can create, and likewise you can even create till n. Okay, till n column, nth column you can create. Okay, so once after creation, you have to close it and give a semicolon. Okay, so this is the syntax of create command. Create table, table name can be of your choice. It can be of anything. It can be of anything. Then inside the table, what are all the columns you are going to create, that you have to mention. Mention it over here. Okay, so this is your syntax for creating a table in DDL. Now here we will create a table. Create table. Here I'll be giving student table. I'm giving register number. Okay, or yes, register ID. Okay, register number. Okay, then very key. Okay, then generally the range starts from 0 to 255 for the data types, for any data type. See, for an example here, after giving register number, I am going to give the student name. Yes, name. Varchar, and will be giving 20. So in integer, while I am defining the integer data type, it is not necessary to give the length. But for varchar, you have to give the length, how much character it is going to accept. Okay, so till 20 characters it will accept. Okay, so student name. Surely I cannot create a student name with unique, right? More than one student can have the same name. So what I can do is I can create like a not null constraint. I can give not null constraint here. Then mobile number, right? So student mobile number. Okay, mobile number in integer format I have given. Use it. Run here. So you'll be getting like this, that is table created. Okay, so I have created create table student name. Okay, then I have done with this is your field number, that is field name, registered number, then student name, then student mobile number. Here I have created. Okay, then I want to see the table, the structure of the table. I want to see how to see the structure of the table. I can give here as describe. Describe space table name. Okay, what is the table name you have created that you give? Okay, so now when I'm executing this, you will be getting the structure of the table here. See, this is your structure of the table. Table name is student. Column, 3 columns you have created over here. One is register number, student name, student mobile number, and data type. Okay, here I have given the data type, length, and the key. Here it has been primary key. Okay, and in this student mobile number, I have given not null. Okay, then yes, for no, I have done that is for C here. In student mobile number, I didn't give anything, right? I didn't give any constraint, correct? I didn't give any constraint here. That is the reason it is accepting null value. See here, it has been given as tick mark, right? Which means it will accept null value. Okay, while you are inserting, if you are not giving that mobile number, it will accept null values. Okay, then yes, like student name. See here, student name will not see. First thing, register number. Here I have created primary key. Okay, here if it have been created primary key, then it will not accept null values. Correct? It will not accept null values. Okay, then same wise student name I have given with not null constraint, so it is not accepting null value. So hyphen you are getting. But student mobile number, here I have didn't mention any constraint, so it is accepting the null values. Clear? So this is the thing. Same wise, if I want to see the table, that is I want to see the structure of the table, I can give describe student. Or else you can even give simply like DESC, describe student. So you can give. Run this. You'll be getting the same answer. Okay, like this you can create a table. Okay, so yes, clear with this. Then we can even create with one more table. Some other constraint like create uh, table, table name employee. Here I'll be giving employee ID. Employee ID has integer, then has a primary key. As a primary key, then employee name. Okay, employee name has varchar. Okay, varchar, and then I'll be giving with 25. Then here not null. Then I can create like mobile number and unique. Mobile number should be unique, right? So unique. So after that, run this. Int EID, yes. Not null. Unique. Okay. employee ID int primary key name varchar not null mobile number int. Just a minute. I'll check this. Right parenthesis. Wait. Mm. Okay, I'll check and I'll tell you this. Okay, so now you know this creation, right? Creation of table, creation of table, how to create a table, you know, right? So then we can able to alter the table. Okay, so altering the table is also possible by using the syntax alter table, and then you have to give the table name. Then you have to add whatever column you have want to add. Then give add and add the column name and the data type. Okay, so this is the syntax used for creating the alter command. This is the syntax used for alter command. Okay, when you want to alter the table, okay, you have to use this syntax alter table name, then add column name, and then the data type. Okay, so here if I want to add into the student table, that is we have here created, right, describe student one, right? This is the table which we have created. No table in this name. Yes, we have created this table. Okay, yes, for this table I want to add the date of birth. Okay, date of birth column also if I want to add. Okay, then how can I add is I can add by giving alter table name student you have to give, then we'll be giving add. I'll be giving like date of birth, student date of birth, and the data type is date. Okay, so now when you're executing this alone we have to executing this, you'll be getting like table altered. Now when we want to describe this student table, then we'll be getting like it has to be added, right? Okay, fine. Right. Now we'll see. Wait. So here I am altering. I have done altered. Yes, now it is getting table got altered. Now you check by giving describe. That is initially I have done for student table, not for stud table. So it is showing you the same answer. Now you check describe student table. Then see here the date of birth column has been added here. Okay, so like this we can able to add the column into the table by using the alter command. Okay, then we have the next command has drop. Okay, drop command. So actually drop command, if I'm going to use the drop command, it will delete the table, entire table, right? So here the general syntax for creating the drop command is giving drop table and the table name. Okay, drop table name is used for dropping the command. Okay, next, if we want to do truncate, okay, if we want to do truncate, for truncate, the syntax is truncate table name, or that is truncate. Then you will be giving table and the table name. So this is the syntax for the truncate. So we will check both of this drop and truncate once after doing the insertion of record, so that you will be getting a clear idea of how or what it is actually deleting. Okay, so yes, clear with this? Till this clear? And one more thing is also possible, that is create or rename. That is, you can even rename the table. You can able to perform the rename by giving this is the command used in your DDL, that is rename. Here you will be giving syntax for rename is rename, and then you will be giving the old table name. Okay, old table name to new table name. Like this, you can able to rename a table. Okay, so here if I want to perform rename, okay, then I can give rename. Okay, so just a minute. Rename, and the table name is student. Old table name is student, right? I want to rename it to student 1. Okay, then I'll be getting that statement processed, which means it has been successfully done. And if I want to describe the table student 1, now it will showing you the output like this, the table, register number, serial, that is student name, student mobile number, and date of birth. Suppose if I want to describe, it will be showing you one thing like this, that is object to be described could not be found. Yes, because I have created this table initially, but now I have renamed this table by using stud1, right? Now if I try to describe this table, it will not shows you, because it is now that table name has been renamed by using stud1. So in order to view that structure, I have to give stud1, describe stud1, then it will gives you the table structure. Clear? So like this, we will be doing the DDL commands. Okay, what is DDL? DDL is used for that is data definition language. It is used for creating the structure of the table, and also you want to do any kind of alteration, like you want to add a column into the table, then that can be done. And also you can able to do truncate, drop, and you can able to rename the table. Clear? Clear? As of now, we have created the table. Clear with this? Shall we go with DML comments? Clear till this? What happened? Yes, Sri Ranjani, clear? Sri Ranjini, are you there? Akhil, my voice is audible. Krishnan?
It's audible now.
Yes, clear. No, we can proceed with DML, right, Nikhil? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Fine. Then we will be discussing with DML, right? Yes. DML comments. So DML is called as data manipulation language. Okay. Used for manipulating the data, which where we will be using with insert, update, and then we will be using delete. Okay. So these are the three things, three command we will be using with DML. In which we will be discussing with the first thing as insert command. We'll be discussing with the syntax for insert command. So we will be inserting by giving the syntax insert by giving the keyword insert into the table. Okay, you have to give the table name now. Insert into the table name. Table we are going to insert, that we have to give, and then we have to give the column name. Okay, we have to give the column name, column underscore name 1, first column name, and similarly you can give second column name. Okay, then it goes on. Okay, then what has to be inserted? The values. Okay, values, and what values you are going to insert into what, that is column values for the first column, column underscore value for the first column, and this is for the second column. Like that it will goes on. Okay, so this is your insert syntax for insert command. Insert into table name, and then you will be giving the column name, then the values that has to be inserted, and what are all the values. Okay, so now here we have created the stud table, right? Now we will be performing with the insertion. Okay, insertion of records. We have to insert into the table stud, and we will be giving insert into stud1. What are all the columns here? We have given R number, yes name, that has to be given here. Okay, R number, that is register number, then we'll be giving with student name, then student mobile number, okay, then we'll be giving with date of birth. Okay, once after this, the values. What are all the values you are going to insert? Give values. Okay, values. Here I'll be giving 001, comma, like Microsoft soft services. Then in the date of birth. Or here I have given the mobile number, right? Yes, mobile number, like date of birth, like Just a minute. Insert into table. Yes, student values. Yes. Just a minute. It's showing like what? Okay, here we have data. String. Showing some values. Okay. Just a minute. The date is not working. Just a minute. Okay. I insert into that student the table name you have to give, then insert that you have to give or you have to give that field name. Okay. Values that has to be displayed values. Okay, so here, yes, then run this. Yes, so see here the row got inserted successfully. So likewise, you can even insert multiple records. Okay, so you can even insert some other names. So here you can give 2, and here you can give Rekha. Then execute it. So another one more row got inserted, and here this one 3. This one you can insert. Okay, so once after inserting this, okay, once after I have inserted 3 records, right? 3 records I have inserted so far, and I will insert maximum record. That is at least 4 records I will insert. Okay, so here I again. So record got inserted, rows got inserted. Now, once after inserting, I want to see what are all the records that has been inserted into the table. Then how can I retrieve it? Okay, how can I retrieve the record? Okay, then I should use the command called as select command. Okay, I have to give select asterisk from name. Table name is right. Then if you execute this command, then it will retrieve the record. Select asterisk from std, that is name, table name. Select asterisk from table name. Then you can able to retrieve the records which you have entered. Okay, so like this you can even do the retrieval. Suppose if I don't want the entire column to be displayed, I want any particular column alone to be displayed, then what I can give here is, that is if I give asterisk, it will retrieve all the columns and all the rows. Okay, it will retrieve all the columns and all the rows. If I want any particular column to be displayed, then specifically I can give student name and student mobile number is enough. Then give that alone. Okay, here you have 3 column only, so not a problem. But suppose if you are going to have nearly 10 to 15 columns, then from that I required only the student register number, name and mobile number. Then I can give the specific column name and I can execute it. Okay. So it will retrieve that alone. That student name and student mobile number alone will be getting retrieved over here. Okay, so 2 way of retrieval is possible. One is I can able to retrieve it by using asterisk. That is, I want to retrieve all the records. Okay, then I can use asterisk. No, I want to retrieve only specific columns. Then I can give the column's name which has to be retrieved over here. Then I want to retrieve, or I want to restrict the records, or I want to restrict the rows and display. Okay, I want certain rows to be displayed. Okay, then what I can do here? Then that is also possible by giving var. Okay, that is that we will be seeing in your DQL. That is how you will be giving over here is select asterisk from the table name where the ID equal to this, ID equal to 1, ID equal to 2. Like that also you can give and you can retrieve it. Okay, or else you can even give where what we have over here, that is student number. Then that person record alone will be retrieved. Okay, so where clause is used for giving restriction. Okay, so here you can give select asterisk from the table name where the student number is equal to 1001. Like that you can give and retrieve. Okay, so we have done with creation of records, then we have done with insertion also. Now we will check with update, how to do update. Okay, so for doing update, we will be using the syntax by giving update keyword, update the table name. Okay, update the table name here is std, and then will be set using the keyword set. Okay, set the column name. Okay, column name here I'm going to give student underscore name. Okay, equal to, instead of Rana, okay, or else set student name has that is in one already we have Rana, right? So we can give like Rishi. Okay, where student number equal to 001. Run this. It will shows you one row got updated. Okay, after that if I give and go and give select asterisk from, then see here it has been replaced, it has been updated. Earlier it was Rana and now it was Rishi, because by using update command I can able to update the record, or I can able to update the data inside the table. Okay, by using the update command. So the syntax is update table name set column name equal to the value where the condition, you will be giving the condition over here. Okay, now next we will be discussing with delete. Okay, so yes, I've told you, right, that is drop truncate we will be seeing. Yes, so here delete, how can you delete a single row or single record from the table? You can use delete command here. You can use delete from table name std. Okay, then you will be giving where the student name equal to Rishi alone. Okay, then you will be executing this. One row deleted. Okay, one row deleted. Now see here. Here see, one row got deleted. Okay, so by using delete, I can able to delete the record one by one. Okay, which record need to be deleted, that can be deleted by using the delete command. Okay, by using truncate. Okay, by using truncate. Okay, I've told you for truncate, right? So what you will be giving with truncate is, when I'm going to give truncate space table space, the table name has student. Okay, so when I'm going to give truncate, the table will get truncated, and if I give select asterisk from student table, okay, std, then it will not show you any data. It will show you no data found. But when I try to describe, when I want to describe it, it will shows the structure of the table, which means if I use truncate and delete the table, that is, if I'm truncating the table, the data inside the table will get deleted, but the structure of the table remains same. Okay, then if I use drop, okay, if I use drop, okay, drop of the table, there is table, drop space table name. Okay, so if I'm executing this command, it will be giving you an answer like table got dropped, table dropped. Okay, now if you go and check with describe student table, Then it will shows you a message like object to be described could not found. Okay, the table structure also got dropped. Okay, initially first if I do truncate, the data inside, the entire data whatever you have done inside the table will get deleted. Okay, but the structure of the table remains same. But when you give drop, entire both the structure as well as the data inside the table will be getting deleted if you give drop. By using delete, I can able to delete the element one by one. That is, I can able to delete the record one by one. Okay, clear? Any doubt? So what we have done for today's classes, we have done with the database, the basic introduction about database, what is meant by database, where we are using it. Okay, so actually database is used for storage and retrieval of record. For organizing, there is organizing way we are going to store the record, and for retrieving the record we will be using the database. Okay, so here there is how or what are all the constraints we will be using in database that we have done. That is constraints like primary key, not null, unique, then foreign key constraint, then check constraint, okay, default constraint. These are all the constraints we will be using over that is in this table creation while you're creating the table. Okay, in order to avoid certain null values and duplication, and also in order to give certain fix some condition for the column also. Okay, so then we have done with various comments, that is where there is SQL languages like DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, okay, and DQL. DDL is data definition language and DML is data manipulation language. By using data definition language, we can able to create the table, we can able to alter the table, and we can able to drop or truncate it. And also if we want to rename the table, then we can able to rename the table by using rename command. Okay, similarly by using DML command, we can able to do that is manipulation, data manipulation language it is, right? So you can able to do insertion, updation, then we can able to do with delete also, deleting the record one by one. That can also be done by using the that is DML command. Then we have us with DCL language, where we will be using that grant and revoke. Then transaction control language, where we will be having with that is commit, rollback, save point, okay, and DQL, which is used for data retrieval. Okay, while retrieving the record we will be using with DQL. Select command we will be using. So for retrieval we can able to retrieve the entire record by using asterisk, select asterisk, or if I want a particular column to be displayed, then we will be using the column name. If I want to restrict the rows, I can use var clause. Okay, so that is the thing we have done for today's class, and tomorrow's session we will be discussing in detail about other commands also. Okay, any doubt in today's class?
No. No, ma'am.
Yes, kindly attend that quiz, and also do with this LMS videos and lab activities also. Please check out with that lab activities also. Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining the session. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.